I know you have limited time, so I'm going to disappear myself. And Jeremy's here too. I don't know if you can see him.
I can't see Jeremy. I cannot.
His screen is off, I think.
Oh, okay.
But the kids have some questions for you. If you don't
Okay.
mind. Great. So I'm going to mute myself and they're going to take it away.
Hi, Viola Davis.
Hello, Zoe or Zoe?
Zoe.
Zoe.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Do you think it's important for kids to do theater?
Yes, I do. And you know why? It helps you to express yourself in a way that you cannot sometimes, or you feel you can't in your regular life. And also, I think that it is great because it brings people together in community. And I also think that theater is just simply fun. I think it's the one place where you could get all different kinds of people to come together, and they may be doing the acting, the stage managing, they're doing the set designs, and they could be completely different personalities that people that you don't really even talk to during the regular part of school. But when you're doing theater, you're all in one community together. Theater has been the joy of my life, Zoe. It really has been. And because I'm shy, it's really helped me to express myself, all of my feelings.
I have a question too. How is it different to be in a TV show than a movie?
Well, in a TV show, it's a lot of hours. If you're doing a TV show, let me tell you something. You're there every single day for 6 or 7 months. You're doing your 18, 19-hour days. And every single episode shoots for 8 to 10 days.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing. By the 5th day of your 8 to 10 day shoot, you then shoot the next episode also. So then you're shooting 2 episodes at the same time during the day.
So is it kind of like you know how there are seasons in TV?
Yeah.
So do you like make episodes for a season and then post the season?
No, well, what you do is you do one season at a time. So
yeah, that's what I mean.
Exactly. So you're absolutely right. So with the TV show that I did, we did 15 episodes in one season, in each season. So each episode shoots for 8 to 10 days. And by the 5th day, you're shooting episode 1. And then by the 5th day, you're shooting episode 1 and 2. And then 1 is over, and then you shoot 2. And then in the 5th day of shooting 2, then you're shooting 2 and 3 at the same time for 3 or 4 days. And then that's how it rolls. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it works way faster than film. Now, television, you could shoot 9, 10 pages of dialogue in a day. When you're doing film, you maybe shoot 1 or 2 pages. So it works a lot slower. A lot.
I have a question. How is it like being in so many movies?
What is it like being in it feels really wonderful on one hand because it feels like you're doing what you love to do. You create characters, you get to meet different actors. Sometimes you even get wonderful locations. Like working on Ma Rainey with Jeremy was fantastic. We had a wonderful time. At the same time, sometimes it could be very difficult. I will say this on your life when you're an actor. That's when you're lucky enough to work and when you're blessed enough to work. Sometimes it can be difficult because sometimes you can doubt yourself. Sometimes you can be away from your family for a long period of time. But the beauty of that is you guys all know there's something about doing theater and creating characters that's just fun. Because it feels like, you know what it feels like? It feels like it doesn't feel like a job. That's what it doesn't feel like. It doesn't feel like a job. But I've made so many wonderful friends and I've had so many wonderful relationships in my 33-year career, you know? So that's what you guys are looking at as actors. You're gonna have long careers.
um, my name is Jalen. I have a question. What inspired you, or who inspired you to become an actor?
Who inspired me to become an actor is this wonderful, beautiful actress named Miss Cicely Tyson. She played my mother on How to Get Away with Murder. She did a movie when I was 7 years old. I think I was 6 or 7 at the time. I think it was 1972. She did a movie called The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. And in that movie, she played a woman who aged from the age of 18 to 108. So she played 18 years old, and then she played 108. And you absolutely believed it. Even under all that makeup, the way she did her mouth and her hands, her skin, I had never seen anything like it. And I thought that that is what I want to do. I want to do, to me, you know what it seemed like for me? It seemed like magic. You know, when you see these magicians do things, and sometimes you're like, I know how you did that. That wasn't that great. But then sometimes you could see a magician who does things, and you're like, oh my goodness, how'd they get that? How they
Yeah.
do? How they pull that rabbit out of the hat? That was Miss Cicely Tyson. I didn't know how she could have done something like that. And so the only thing I thought is, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to create human beings like that. So she's the one who made me want to be. And now she's 95 years old and she still acts. 95. There you go.
Thank you.
Mm.
Hi, I'm Alyssa, and I also have a question. What advice do you have for kids who want to be a great actor like you?
Oh. Well, the first thing I would say is, don't be like me, be like you. That's what I would say to them. Be the most wonderful and best part of you that you can imagine. And the other part that I would say is to embrace who you are always. Don't try to be like someone else. Don't try to be like someone, don't try to do what someone else is doing with their acting. And also, what I would say is do it because you love doing it. Don't do it to be famous. Famous, you cannot control. All right. Fame, you know what? So, 1% is 1%, right? 0.04%. 0.04% is way less than even half of 1%. And guess what? 0.04%, that's how many famous actors there are. So there's not a lot. So what I say to you guys or you girls, is this: do it because you love doing it, and do it to the best of your ability. And every time you do it, try to be better than you were before. Any other questions?
It's kind of a two-part question. Number one is, do you get nervous when you're on stage or set? And how do you deal with that? How do you make yourself feel brave again?
I love that you use the word brave, by the way, but I still get nervous a lot because I'm actually really shy. And when I was your age, I had really bad stage fright. But when I get nervous now, what I try to do is I try to breathe, because a lot of times when you get nervous, you stop breathing. So you have to breathe. You got to breathe until you can't breathe. You got to just take deep breaths. And then you also have to do one thing that really helps. You prepare. You prepare whatever that role is to the best of your ability. You know your lines, you know your approach. You just have to know it. And after you feel like you know it, study it again and again and again. Because when you're nervous, that's the thing that helps you to be brave, is your preparation and breathing. And also this, knowing that you're good enough, knowing that you're worthy, okay? Don't let anyone else tell you that you're not good enough or you're not valued or you're not worthy. You are. And you have to also know, as an actor, it's okay if you fail, okay? There's almost no such thing as failure, all right? If you feel like you've made a mistake, guess what? You have another chance to try again, and another chance after that to be better and better and better. So that's what you have to keep in mind, is that you have a lot of chances to be better. Breathe and prepare.
Um, do you think, well, what do you think it's harder to act someone who has already been alive than to like be someone who has not, who like be an original, like
Yeah,
someone make up your play?
yeah. That is excellent question. It is way more difficult to play someone, to me, that is alive, because a lot of people know them. A lot of people know what they sound like, what they look like. And so what happens is when you play it, they really scrutinize your work. They really look at it to see how much you are that person. So that it feels like you have no chance to be original with it. That it's so precise. Like I'm about to play Michelle Obama. Can you believe that? I'm playing Michelle Obama. And can I tell you, I'm very scared. I'm nervous, okay? But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying once again to prepare as much as I can. But because she's alive and people feel like they know her, they know what she sounds like, they know what she looks like, then there's more scrutiny. There's more people judging and criticizing you. But you know what? People will judge and criticize you anyway. And there's something about that that you have to be brave enough to allow that criticism to be out there, but not let it define you. Acting is about, you're just going to make mistakes. You know, I've forgotten lines on stage. I've done all of that. I even lost my skirt on the stage. Can you believe it? I had a skirt on the stage, and for some reason, the wardrobe woman did not button it up. And slowly, as I went through the scene, the skirt came down off of my body. It was a long skirt, and it was very embarrassing. But guess what? I'm still alive. I'm here. I survived it.
Okay, I have another question. Why do you how do I say this? Okay. When you're interviewing, do you have a character that you really want to be?
Do I have a character that I really want to be? No, not necessarily. I just like playing people who are interesting. That's it. A lot of times, not every character is interesting. They're not deep. Um, I'm I like to be challenged, because you know what? The thing about it, when you're an actor, you have to play a human being. That's your job, is to play a human being. That's why they tell you that when you walk through life, like when you're home with your friends, you observe life, okay? You observe it. You observe how people act every day when they're in situations. And then when you get a character, you use that for your character. And you use things that you've experienced. And then what happens is it helps you to create a fully realized human being. That's what I like. I don't necessarily like playing caricatures, which are more characters or maybe not meant to be human. They're meant to be just like maybe, I don't know, comedic, gimmicky, entertainment property characters. I like playing real human beings, like fully realized. So, but there's no one in particular that I want to be like, but I will say this, I'll answer this. One of the roles that I'm about to play after Michelle Obama is I'm playing a character that is a warrior. She's part of the Agoji tribe from Benin, West Africa in the mid 1800s. And it's based on a real part of history where it was an all female tribe of women it was an army and they would fight neighboring tribes. And so that's one of the roles I'm going to play. So I have to do a lot of action and fighting. And I kind of like that. That I'm really looking forward to because I've always wanted to do action.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you like being a role model for little girls?
I do. I do like it. I do. Because when I was a little girl, I really needed role models. You know, I grew up in poverty. I grew up, without telephone a lot of time. I grew up really, really poor. And I sometimes didn't see anyone who looked like me. And so I needed that because sometimes I didn't feel so good about myself, or I didn't feel like I could have dreams. And so when little girls come to me and they say that I motivate them or I inspire them, I think about the little girl that I was, and I feel like it makes her happy. It made a huge difference in my life when I saw Miss Tyson act for the first time. So I would love to do that. I love to do that for other young girls.
Okay, I want to do this last question. It's more, yeah. Okay, so yesterday I was researching like different things about you, and I noticed that there was this movie called Suicide Squad with the Joker, and I saw 2021, so I wondered what character you were playing.
I am playing Amanda Waller, and she's a pretty hardcore woman. Now, when this is over, you have to look up Amanda Waller. She's pretty hardcore, and she is in charge of the whole Suicide Squad.
Okay.
She probably would be considered a villain.
This one is
She has no superhuman powers. She's just sort of mean. She tries to keep them on track. All of these Suicide Squad. So Suicide Squad. They're a bunch of they're basically people who have superhuman powers, but they're all villains. They're not real bright, and they're villains. So I'm in charge of getting them. I get them out of prison. I promise them things so I can get them to work for the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation. So I got to be really mean and I got to keep them in check. But when you see the movie, just know that that's not who I really am, because she's really mean. She's brutal, but she has to be brutal because they're all anti-heroes. They're all like villains. So, you got to be hardcore with villains.
You guys, before Miss Davis has to go, maybe will you guys just each tell a little bit about why you love BCT so much?
I love BCT so much because it makes me move around a lot. And because I also like move around a lot sometimes. And it also boosts up my energy sometimes.
Awesome.
I like BCT.
You go first.
So you mentioned this. Theater helps you like express yourself, and that's what I like about BCT. It helps me express myself and not want to hide in a corner all day. And
That's beautiful. Hmm.
I agree with Zoe. Like it really helps me open myself up and like be just be me and like do all these things that I really like. And yeah.
It's beautiful. Awesome.
I like BCT because it just helps me when I act. It just helps me share my emotions a lot.
Beautiful.
I like BCT because it gives me another output in life, so where I can, if I don't accomplish this, I actually have something else to look forward to.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, I hear you guys do wonderful things at BCT, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. Really, you guys are all so wonderful and bright. You know, it's just great seeing you. You put a smile on my face today.
It was really cool meeting you too.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
agree.
I agree.
I mean, it was so cool that I was just gonna meet a famous actor. It's
oh man. Well, I got to say that to my daughter when she doesn't listen to me. I have to say, you know, I'm a famous actor. I don't think that's going to mean anything
Always the
to
key
her.
word.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I'm a famous
much.
actor. Don't
Thank
mess
you.
with me.
That's right. All right, Jeremy.
Thanks, Viola.
Yep.
Thank you, Viola.
Bye.
You're
Bye.
Thank
awesome.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Love
you.
you too. Bye-bye.
Wow.
That gave me chills.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Cool. Jeremy, thank you so much for setting that up for us. You guys, what was your favorite thing that she said?
Everything.
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 Well, I don't think she ever said everything, but I'm going with that answer.
Did anything like inspire you in terms of like where you are now? Yeah, Alyssa.
Yeah.
She said that like every 5 days of one episode, you also do the next episode, and I didn't know that. So if I want to get a TV show, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work.
And it's like 18 hours. Is that right, Jeremy? 18-hour days?
18
Yeah,
hours
sometimes.
to 19.
When you have a big part like she does, yeah.
What
And
do you,
especially a lot of movies
Zoe?
And
What?
TV shows.
and TV shows.
I liked so when I asked her like what do you do when you get nervous, she was talking about like I breathe until I can't breathe anymore and I prepare myself as much as I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jalen and Sage left. I meant for you guys to stay because.
Yep, I saw his hand slowly moving to the leave button.
Because I was like, oh, this might be good footage too for a video. Yeah, the breathing was really good, right? To make herself feel brave. Yeah. What else? Did it make you guys want to be professional actors?
Yep, definitely.
I already wanted to be a
First year.
actor, but yeah.
I already wanted to, but it made me want to do it more.
And what about her parts coming up? What are you excited to see most about like those upcoming parts?
She brings them out, like how she makes them.
I heard from my mom, I think this is what she said, but that she was making a movie with the guy who played Black Panther, and I'm excited for that to come out.
Yeah. Is Jeremy still here? Oh, you are. Jeremy, do you want to tell them a little bit about that? Because you were in that movie.
Yeah, it's a movie about Ma Rainey, who is like the mother of the blues. It takes place in the 20s, I think, and she's a singer. And yeah, and Chadwick Boseman, who played the Black Panther, was in it. He plays a trumpet player, and it's a great movie. It's about a group of a band, and she's a singer, and you know, their
Louis
struggles.
Armstrong in it?
No, Louis Armstrong's not in it.
No, I don't mean in the in the movie.
In the
I mean like
in the
was
story.
it? Yes.
He's not in the story. No, these people were even before Louis Armstrong.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a long time ago.
It is a long time ago, and the movie it's really cool. It's really good, and it was really hard for them because they, especially she came up from the South, and it was very different in the South, and then she came up north, and she's making a record in Chicago, and that's what the movie's about. When she came up to Chicago to make a record.
I heard that the guy that Black Panther, who played Black Panther, died like after they made the movie.
Yeah, he did. It's his last movie, so it's extra sad. It's already kind of a sad movie, actually, and it's extra sad to see him because he's really incredible, really incredible.
So I feel like they're gonna put like at the end they're gonna put a little sign that says like wishes to you or
Yeah, maybe.
something like that.
Yeah, maybe they dedicated the movie to him. Yeah, but he's amazing in it. You guys, I have to go to pick up my son, but that was great watching you guys talk to Viola. That was really cool. You guys are really cool.
Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
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 Oh, any last comments before we leave, you guys? Thank you so much for doing this. Yes, Alyssa.
I watched Troop Zero so I like know what part she plays and like so I know like stuff about her kind of I think.
She was in Troop Zero? Viola Davis was in Troop Zero?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. Rafa, what about you?
I forgot to say one question.
What was that?
I think it's because we ran out of time, but it was, what would you do if you were not an actor?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's a really big question.
yeah.
We also ran out of time. I was going to ask, did you do theater as a kid? And if you did, what did you like about it?
Yeah.
We also ran in time to do two of mine. How do you play a bad character if you're a good person? And also, what was your favorite role that you played and why?
Oh, too bad we don't have another 15 minutes with her.
Hold on, you can send this video to her, and she can send you guys a video answering questions, right?
Or just email Amy.
Right. Excellent. All right. You guys, thank you so much. We'll be playing this at our fundraiser on Sunday. I hope you come to watch.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Also, tomorrow I'm gonna be playing this video at my school because they told me to send a video or tell them. I decided to send a video. So
Of this? Oh, cool. Well, do you want the full thing or do you want me to edit it first?
No, don't. It would be funny.
If it was just the whole thing?
Yeah, because they would see us talking about it.
Okay.
Can you send me it too so I can maybe show my friends?
Yes, I will put it up on YouTube and with an unlisted link until our fundraising event. And I also have to edit it down to 5 minutes. So how am I going to do that?
And also, we had a lot of weird side stuff happening, so you can
Yeah.
just edit those out and then edit out like at the ending where should we?
But I kind of